What's everybody? You caught Sad Dave looking very weird there with that cigar in his mouth.
Oh, so sorry.
What's up, guys? Dave and Dave, Double D. Oh,
Double D.
there you go. That's your new nickname.
Okay.
Double D.
At least double trouble.
Yo, what's
take
up,
that.
Howie? Daniel, what's up, man? Catch up in the house. We already
Ketchup.
got three burners. Three burners coming in on us. So what's up, guys? How's life been? How's everything doing?
Good. No complaints here. Getting ready for Christmas.
Yep.
Man, whether you're ready or not, it is here.
Mm-hmm.
Just all of a sudden, like, hi.
Yeah, the
Right.
wife, we were sitting in the living room today, and the wife was like, "Oh shit, so it's like 7-8 days to Christmas." We're like, "Yeah." She was like, "Okay, son, you want to open one Christmas present today just to get the week kicked off?" Yeah,
Nice.
Now he thinks he's going to open one a day till Christmas. No, not happening. I said, if you can make it till Friday, maybe we'll do another one.
Yep.
Pratsy, hey, man, what's going on,
Pratsy
George?
Rich.
Evening, man. Medic,
Mhm.
what's up? Rich B, man, look at the burners coming in here showering you with love already, guys.
There you go.
So tell me something good, guys. What do you think? What's happening? What was the cigar industry this year? Well, was it a year of bangers? Was it kind of blah? I mean, were you impressed with what came out?
I was impressed with what came out later in the year. That's for sure.
You know, it seems like holidays from October to January 1st is when the pocketbook spends all the money on cigars. It's like it's a slow first half of the year, then they slowly start trickling out, and then all the yearly releases seem to hit last quarter every year.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's that late, it's a July trade show, and this year it's going to be in March. So,
Yeah,
I mean, that's
yeah,
going to be, it's
weird.
going to push it up a little bit. Lauren says year of drama, and there was
Agreed.
some of that in the cigar world.
No, not in the cigar world drama, huh?
Yeah. And I think it was a good, solid year of cigar releases. We had those couple of years, right around the COVID years where it was just kind of like, it didn't feel like there was as much coming out, but it seems like, they opened the floodgates. And I want to say, with all the Vitolas, all the lines, I want to say that there was somewhere like 900 new releases and or line extensions done this year, whether it be a Vitola change or something like that. There was a lot of cigars thrown out onto the market, this year that I think a lot of people were just catching up and, finally getting some of this stuff out. I'm not saying that all of them were good, but there was a lot of stuff just thrown out.
Right.
Well, I forgot to do one serious thing. We'll get back to this, but everybody knows what it is, barrel burners. We're going to take a shot for our fallen brothers that are watching down on us tonight. We always do this at the beginning, never live. I'm slacking tonight because there's evidently no motivation under our Christmas tree, but all the loss, barrel burners up.
Barrel burners up.
All right, now we're back.
Oh.
All right, let's see what chat says. Lauren says last month has been insane for releases. I agree. That's always been my point every year.
Yep.
I'm trying to spend money on the family for Christmas, and it all goes to my cigar funds instead. So that's what happened. The Ketchup 2023 was the best smoke ever. Shut the
What? Good Lord.
Is there any
if
way
you had
to
a cigar
ban
it would be in the black and mild category. It's
The
sold at
pale
7-Elevens everywhere. Shady 7-Elevens at that. It wouldn't even be sold at legit retailers.
Yeah, pale white.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, I guess, guys, let's see what's everybody. We'll start with Oki. What are you drinking and what are you smoking tonight for this live before we kick off the event?
Well, I'm going to be having some Dr. Pepper tonight because like I dropped on you earlier. Dave already knew. I'm getting over COVID again. So I just had a little bit of Weller Special Reserve. I still can't taste everything that booze is supposed to be. So, I just had a little pour of the Weller Special Reserve is all.
Cool.
Beast has a question for you, Oki.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The other, it's like George Carlin said many, many years ago, there's two knobs on the television. One's the volume and one changes the channel.
Back in the day, we were the remotes before remotes were invented.
This
Exactly.
is true.
Dad said, "Get over there and turn that dial." All right, Sad Dave, what are you drinking and smoking?
I am drinking Wild Turkey 101 and a Postania, Connecticut.
Yep.
Very
And
nice.
I
I
forgot
just
to say
seen.
which cigar. I just went with a Big
Oh,
Sky
yeah.
Black. And I can
Well, that's
taste
one-
this one.
It's one of my favorite out right now. Also seen, speaking of what you're smoking, Dave number 2 down here. I seen Small Batch had their 2023 release of the barber pole of their cigar.
Oh, the War Bear.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, the War Bear.
Yeah. It looked tasty. I almost bought it just because of how it looked, man. It looked good.
War Bear.
There you go. Wise words of George. You can't have COVID if you don't get tested. The only time that doesn't work is pregnancy. You're still pregnant whether you got tested or not.
This
That's
is
what they
true.
say.
And I want to circle back to what Lauren said. She's right about a ton of high prices of limited editions, all pushing over 30 or more. Absolutely.
Well, they've lost their mind, and they're going to blame it on inflation, and that's going to be the new norm, man. I think
I succumbed to it, and I bought some, and they were good.
Well, and Altadas came out here, I want to say it's been about a month ago, and they said it's a 5.8% increase across their line. And people should just get used to it because they figured it was 5.8% for the adjustment going into 2024. They're expecting the same adjustment in 2024. So,
well,
we're
on
going to
this
be
stream last year, I remember saying that what we call in a budget stick 8 to 12 now soon is going to be a $15 to $18 is going to be your budget stick. It's going to constantly go up. It's like anything else. Perazzi, that's a great cigar. I could see Cigar of the Year for sure. All right, so me, I am smoking the El Pupo Bellicosa, and I am pairing it with some Yellowstone tonight. So that is my mixture. And I guess we'll just, for everybody in here, we'll just recap. I didn't go through and give you the list of every cigar that we listed last year, but so you can remember last year's number 1 cigar on this countdown was the Espinosa Knuckle Sandwich Maduro. That was our number 1 cigar last year. So I'm not going to give you a breakdown. We're not going to go back through previous years. So that's number 1. So we'll get to the new list here in a minute. I'm just going to have the guys, we're going to discuss because they made a hypothetical their list. My list is a little different, and I'll share after the countdown because I basically redid our list and going to give you how I would have voted the top 5.
Yep.
Their list is a little different, and we'll start with Okie. He's going to give us his. Is it a top 5 or a 10, Okie? I know you're not ranking them in order, but is it 5 or 10 cigars?
I've got 10. I mean, I went ahead and did 10. I do have my top 5.
Well, we're going to do that. We're going to knock y'all's 10 out, and then we'll go straight to the stream. Hey, Billy, what's going on, man? I am showing you some love right now with some El Pupo. But we'll do that, Okie. You can go ahead and tell us what you would have done a list of 10 as with no certain rank. This is just what is top 10 cigars.
Yep, I got my 6 through 10. Dave, did you do something similar this year? Did you do a top 10 or did you just do a top 5?
I did a top 10.
Okay. As far as my 6 through 10 this year, the West Tampa Tobacco Red was in the top 10 list. Great cigar. I know it's on the burners list, so we'll dive into that one here in a little bit. But another one that I really enjoyed was the HVC Hot Cake, the Golden line. They decided to do an Ecuadorian Connecticut in that lineup. So it was a very, very good cigar. Esteli and Jalapa fillers on it. So it was a very, very punchy Connecticut, which, I love. # don't sleep on Connecticut's. The Blackwork Studio Poison Dart. I thought that was an excellent cigar this year. Brazilian Matafina, which, is one of those tobaccos that's always interesting that for people to work with. I thought James Brown hit that one out of the park. He had the Bishop's Blend and stuff like that came out as a regular release this year. He did a couple of other releases, but that Poison Dart was such a great cigar. Really enjoyed it. The McAuliffe Black, which is on the burners list. We'll dive into that one here in a little bit. I got some talking points on it. And then rounding out my 6 through 10 in no particular order, because I'm jumping all over the place on my spreadsheet here. It's not listed. And this is the one that's going to shock you. We were talking about cigars. We were talking about budget cigars and stuff like that. The Los Stados Deluxe Maduro. I smoked damn near half a box of those within the first couple of days of getting it. It is a Connecticut broadleaf, Nicaraguan binder, Dominican Piloto Cubano, Yamastron, and La Entrada from Honduras. It is an excellent cigar. It's got a ton of flavor to it. It's an $8 stick. So that one definitely made my top 10 this year. It was just such a good cigar. I'm glad that they reblended that one and brought out, the Maduro in it. I think it's way better than the original Los Stados that they put out last year. So the Maduro, definitely, if you have not had that one yet, go and get that one. Again, excellent cigar.
Cool.
So that's your list?
Well, that's 6 through 10. Dave, you want to do 6 through 10?
Yeah, okay,
well,
let's do that. Well, let's
all
get
right, we can do 6 through 10. All right.
And then we'll
I got
do the
some
burners. And then let's do the burners 6 through 10 or 10 through 10.
Yeah, let's do that. All right. I have the West Tampa Red. I was very fond of that cigar. Like you and I, we all discussed actually, Oki, for their core line, that's a great one. I haven't tried the Boliche Boulevard yet. I'm looking forward to trying that one. I heard it was really good.
Yep.
The Macalif Black, I had that one last night. That was really good. One that I didn't see on there was the Dunbarton, the Sobremesa Wagashi. I really enjoyed that cigar.
What's the price point of that cigar? That may be why it wasn't on there. A lot of people don't.
Well, I was one of those suckers, like I think Pratsy was too. I did the pre-order. So I don't remember what it was, to be honest.
I think it was 14.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
A couple of higher end ones. The Davidoff Nicaragua 10th, I thought was really good. It wasn't a Yamasa, but it was still a good one. And then the Davidoff Millennium Lancero.
Well, every year I hear Davidoff out of your mouth, so that must be one of your go-tos. I hear it every year.
It's not every year. It's just I happen to be a sucker for some of theirs, and I wanted to try those, and I was like, wow, these are really good. So there you go. There's my 6 through 10 in no particular order.
That is a great comment, and I agree 100% on this year's Bishop blend. I don't know if it was just because it was the 10th anniversary. He put some special magic in it. But I hope that's a repeat blend, and I hope we get that one again next year and not the previous ones, because you didn't try this year's Bishop blend, you got to find it.
Yep. Yeah, that one.
I actually added that to the countdown, and it got like 2 votes. I'm like, who did not smoke the Bishop blend?
Yeah, and mine was neck and neck between the Poison Dart and the Bishop's blend, and I thought the Poison Dart was just more unique and just a gregreat smoke, so I put it on the list.
Well, the Poison Dart was good. I'm thinking because it was just such packed, that small size, it punched you in the mouth. So that Poison Dart, I don't think would have even lived up to the Bishop blend had it been a bigger size cigar, but it was great. I mean, they're another company that seems to have it going on.
And Lauren, you're right. It was a gift to myself for a large life event that finally came to pass. Let's just leave it there.
He hit menopause.
I went through menopause, yes. And, I took the little peed on the little clear blue easy stick, and it said, yeah, you're in full menopause. So it's like,
you are not able to get pregnant no more. You're safe.
Exactly. So,
Danny, we miss you, brother. I hope you're staying safe right now.
Yeah, Danny, I hope everything's cool, man.
We wish you were here with us. Let's see. Pratsy says 17 if you order on release. Okay. That's it. Oh, I know that's going to be the new norm of cigar prices. But to me, it's still so hard to spend that money when it's so many damn good ones hovering around $10 a cigar. I find it.
Yep.
Unless you're going to a site that's going to let you buy 1 to 3, even 5-packs, it's a hard pill to swallow sometimes for me. I'm like, $90 for a 5-pack? No. Yeah. I mean, it's.
Yep.
That's going to be the norm, dude.
Oh, I know it. Then at
it's
that
already
point,
there.
I have to come to terms with it. But right now, it's like, $10 to $12, and I'm happy, man. I'm smoking some damn good cigars for $10 to $12.
And this is why you should pick up pipe tobacco.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not even going to go there again.
Just saying.
It stresses me out. It's too much damn work. I lit this cigar and I can go an hour without having to do nothing. It'll ash itself, it'll fall on me. I don't have to do nothing, just smoke.
Fair enough. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I got you.
You might be forced. You might be forced when it's a $20.
Now everybody's not here for our pretty faces, so let's go ahead and
go for it.
Let's break it down for them. And once again, I thank you two for helping me host tonight. Danny was supposed to help us, but I don't know if you guys are aware Tampa is getting some bad weather tonight. So he had to step back. So he's on dad watch with the family. So I totally 100% get that. So, all right, guys, here it is. Top 10 cigars of the year. If you're not familiar with barrel burners or how this goes, this is 3 rounds of voting. First round, we do a write-in. It has to be a cigar that was released in the year 2023. So we write in all those cigars. I take a full list. Any cigar that was mentioned more than once goes to the second round. We go ahead. We vote on the second round.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody votes again. And then we take the top, which this year, to trick it up, I put 11 cigars in it to give you top 10. So everybody may not know the full top 10. So they vote the second round, get all those through. Then I took the top 11 this year. We throw them back in one final countdown. Everybody votes one more time, and they're ranked on the votes out of that last countdown. So with this year's countdown, your number 10 cigar was the Espinosa Warhead.
I need to have that one.
Have you not had that one yet, Dave?
I have not had that one yet. No.
Okay.
Yeah. Somebody was supposed to mail him several cigars on this list, and they got COVID.
Huh.
So you're slacking. You're slacking.
Yes.
So, Oki, I'm pretty sure you've had this. So what did you think stacked up against the other Warheads in the series?
Well, I mean, all of the Warheads are great cigars. This one happened to be a bigger Vitola. I enjoyed it a lot. I still think, of course, my favorite was the Warhead 3 Lancero, then the Warhead 5, and then the Warhead 7. So all of those were great. And then this one came out, and it's a bigger Bellicoso. Matter of fact, I got the guy sitting over here. The bigger Bellicoso on it.
Right.
And it was an excellent smoke. I really enjoyed it. I didn't care for the 6 whenever it came out in that Bellicoso shape. I wasn't really a big fan of it. But this one here really surprised me. So that shape ended up, it opened up nicely. It gave you that real good punch whenever you were smoking through that narrowed down nipple on the end. And then once it opened up, it had all of those great Warhead flavors to it. I really enjoyed it. And, I bought a box of it, sight unseen. I mean, I know that this cigar every year is going to be a good cigar.
Well, Warhead's one of the one guaranteed cigars you can buy a box of. You know it's going to be good. And I'm honestly, I can say this was one of my favorite Warheads because I don't do a lot of Lanceros. I don't like the littler sizes. This was a perfect size for me. I liked it. I'm shocked this cigar only landed at 10 and more people didn't vote for it. I really thought this was going to be a top 5 cigar in the countdown. And it didn't happen. And like I said, to me, it's one of my favorite Warheads to date. I loved it. I love the size. I love the flavor. I scratched my head at it. I'm like, how? But I didn't vote. None of us vote. Anybody live right now, me and the officers never vote on this unless it's a tie. It's never been a tie where we had to vote. We don't vote these. We let the members vote.
Yep. That Warhead 6 was that little bitty. It was a smaller Bellicoso.
Yep. I don't care for that.
Yeah. Flavor wise, it was still a great cigar. It was just, it just didn't smoke as well as I wanted it to. Yeah.
I don't know, man. But once again, Espinosa does it because I think they had three cigars that popped up throughout our rounds of voting this year. So, I mean, they're constantly, every year, they're turning up new cigars that are still relevant to be coming out every damn year. To change the blend every year and still give you a solid smoke, which... Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. George, I know you're in here. You're Espinosa boy. I don't see Howie. I haven't seen any more of the big-time Espinosas. But, George, before we move on to number 9, What do you think about the Warhead 9? We'll give you a second to comment, and then we'll move on. See, Lauren, and I didn't buy that because of the size of it. I just
when isn't the Las Seis Provincias not good?
It's always good.
I mean, every damn one of them is phenomenal.
And I talked myself out of getting it because of the size alone. I normally don't gravitate to that size cigar, and I know I'm going to kick myself in the ass. Even the jar it comes in is amazing. It's worth having on a shelf next to
that jar is pretty cool.
Other stuff, but I passed on them this year. I'll probably wake up in the morning with FOMO and order some after this damn stream. But that was also another one that didn't make our list. I don't think nobody wrote this cigar in. It definitely didn't go the second round. If it was wrote in, only one person wrote it in.
Yeah, and I think price prohibitive, with the last 6,
Well, and that may seem to be a common denominator with these countdowns. A lot of people don't stretch for something they're unfamiliar with to spend this kind of money. George said it should have been a top 3. He says the 7 is still his favorite.
Yeah, that 7 in that Churchill size was an excellent smoke. I've still got 7 or 8 of them left.
I'm holding off on smoking any more of the 7s. I love that one. Yeah,
I didn't realize it had a spinny stand. Now you're going to make me buy it, Lauren. Damn it. I agree, George. It's expensive, and a lot of people, like I said, I mean, just us fanboys that smoke the brand constantly are going to actually put those higher price tags out. Most people that hasn't tried it, they're not going to go out there and spend that. So it's
right.
Yeah. It's the loyal consumers that keep these limited editions and special editions going. I don't even remember the 7, George. It's so far along, I don't remember it.
That was my 46 box press.
Oh, yes. Yeah, okay. I'm getting with George. He's got some high, and I need some more.
Yep.
Oh, okay. It's retail's got the stand. See, you get my hopes up. Damn it, Lauren. Okay. All right, so that was number 10, guys. That was Espinosa Warhead 9. I'm going to say it. I think for what I know is left in this countdown, I think the club got it wrong on this one. I think this should be a top 5.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you, George. It was the blue and yellow. I remembered it when they said box press. That may be my more favorite than the 9. The 9 could be a close second, but I like box presses. I know Okie don't, but I like Bellicosas and I like box presses.
The 5 was a box press Toro, and that was my favorite, other than the Lancero.
Right.
And that's a lot for you to say a box press was your favorite.
That was just a damn good cigar, though.
That's painful for him to say, guys. If you know Okie, to hear him say a box press is his favorite, that's painful.
Yep.
All right, we're going on number 9. So we got Espinosa Warhead 9 at 10. Okay. There you go, guys. I can't say nothing about this cigar. I haven't had it. I know both of you love it. Did the club get this right? Do you think that's a number 9 cigar? You both had it.
It's in my 6 through 10.
It is in my 6 through 10.
Your 6 through 10.
Yeah,
but it's higher in my 6 through 10.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't put a lot of weight to it because I broke down what my top 10 cigars were, and I grouped them. I grouped the top 5, and then I grouped the next set. The top 5 are the ones that I buy boxes of. The next ones that I buy them whenever I get them, or if I get a good deal on a fiver or something like that I grab.
Or if you go to a lounge and see it, I'll have this while I sit there. It's not box worthy, but it's good.
Yeah, and this is an $8 Toro, which is the shocking part. And this is a cigar that us that smoke McAuliffe cigars have been waiting for. This is truly their first full-bodied, full-flavored cigar that they've put out. And I mean, I love the Matafina. I love the Migdalia. I love the Nicaragua. They were all good cigars, but this black was the cigar that I've been waiting for from McAuliffe.
Yeah,
so
it had a lot of punch, a lot of nicotine. It was good.
Yeah.
Yo, Leather Biker, Gene sighting. I'm sorry, I had to interrupt y'all. Hey, Gene, good evening.
I mean, I think maybe it's because a lot of people don't smoke a lot of McAuliffe just from prior evolutions, because McAuliffe had some that were great and some that were okay.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just sort of the brand thing, but definitely I would encourage to go out and grab this cigar. It's a very good cigar.
I wasn't worried about finding it, but you keep stressing the $8 price point. I mean, hell, I'll try it for $8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's worth a $5 for sure. Definitely.
That's what she said. All right, so, but you agree it's good, 6 through 10,
yes.
good. So it's about where it needs to be with the voters. It's not a top 5.
Yeah, agreed. It's I'm not mad about this one either way.
Yeah.
All right, chat. Has anybody in chat had this black that you want to say a comment about before we move on to number 8?
I mean, I'm interested to know how many people have tried it.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm asking. I want to see if anybody but you two have tried it. But it did get enough votes to make it to the final round of voting. So it went the first round, the second round, and I mean it made it here. So enough people have smoked it, whether or not they're in the chats right now. But this was the only one of our top 10 I have not tried. So, but like I said, $8. I would have probably actually searched it out at that point if I knew. But I've had some of their line before, and I wasn't super impressed. Yep. Like Ogie said, they've had some good, they had some bad. I must have had all the bad because I haven't wanted to revisit the brand at all.
Yep.
There you go, Whiskey Jeremy. Jeremy said it's good. He's been pushing it. So
Yep.
So y'all three must have been the only 3 that voted on it because
I didn't vote.
Yeah, right. You influence. Good seeing you, by the way, Jeremy. I hope you and the family as well, man. I miss your ass. But so the number 9. So we'll move on. Nobody else in chat is saying whether they smoked. I'm sure Lauren smoked this. I mean, she's in the industry basically. And there she goes. As I say, she comments. She says it's one of their better. The brand is part of the drama, though.
Yes.
So there you
go. You're right. Yes.
Yep. Yeah, that was an interesting deal. And if you guys don't know part of it, they did partner with All Saints Cigars. So All Saints is now handling all of the sales and distribution for them. I think there were a lot of hurt feelings along the way that it went down. So
I'm lost. I didn't know any of this drama going on. I guess I need to do my research.
Yep. Yeah. Mickey Pegg from All Saints. I mean, granted, Amanda McAuliffe is still sort of the face of McAuliffe Cigars and still doing that. But whenever they partnered with Mickey Pegg just for the distribution side and things like that, because you remember McAuliffe was one of these brands here a couple of years ago with another cigar club that was involved with them. That was, there was a lot of hoopla and dust up because of the way that McAuliffe wants you to have your humidor and blah, 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 blah. Well, I think now with Mickey Pegg being able to help out and getting the traction there, I think that you're going to see them in more stores. Unfortunately, I think there was a lot of people that were with McAuliffe Cigars that are no longer with McAuliffe Cigars because of all of this stuff that it left a bad taste in a lot of mouths out there.
Well, there you go. Now we all know, as Paul Harvey said, the rest of the story. All right,
that's right.
We know.
All right.
I just showed my age, did I not?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm older than all of you.
Yep.
Well, yeah, we showed all of our age. If you know who Paul Harvey is, time to get your prostate checked. So.
Yep. I was going to say I done threw out George Carlin as well. So I mean, it's time to go for all the scoppies.
Oh God, man! George Carlin would be canceled the first show these days.
Oh yeah,
those guys would not have a career. There's too many soft people now. All right, and the last thing on that topic, Lauren says is going to be rough for them in the South for sure for a while, and she would know. All right, so if you just pop it in, number 10, Espinosa Warhead 9. Number 9 was McAuliffe Black, and let's go to number 8. 8, yes.
Okay.
Man, I'm telling you, not enough people tried this cigar. This should not be number 8 on this freaking list. And I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it strongly. This should not have been number 8 on this list.
It's in my top 5.
Tattoo 10th anniversary, guys, is box worthy all day long. I will fight you over it.
Yeah, I agree.
This cigar does not belong at 8. This was another one that no people were scared to try. Should not have been. Has Pete
No.
Johnson ever let you down? Very seldom, if ever. No.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's in my top 5.
Yeah.
This one I did not have. And I think, what pushes people away from this one is the tattoo is kind of Pete's bargain cigar.
Correct.
And I think maybe that kind of pushes
Right.
this away for some folks.
Okay,
But
well,
this
we're
is
getting the love right now. We're getting the
This
love,
is the
guys.
Tuxla, though. This is a totally
Yes.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
If you see the Tuxla name at the end of his cigar, try it. It
Just
doesn't
try
matter
it.
what name precedes it. Try it. Mike says great smoke. Danny says it's the top 3 for him. George even says it's the top 5 for him. Pratsy is like, what the fuck? Y'all got it wrong.
I don't have this one, but there is a Tatuaje in my top 5 that is a Tuxla. So, just that entire lineup is excellent. I'm going to have to try the Tattoo 10 though.
Yeah. It's a good cigar.
Yeah, I can't believe it. And that's why I'm going to give you my top 5 after this. but it's good to know that I'm not full of shit, because like the guys in our club that smoke a lot of cigars, I value all their opinions. And those guys that smoke a lot of cigars are in the chat right now saying this is wrong. So I know I'm not wrong in this instance. That this, it's just, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Like I said, we've called 3 cigars out right now and I disagree with 2 of them for sure being in the 6 through 10, and they belong in the 1 through 5.
And Jeremy, you're not
Leather
wrong.
Biker Gene, y'all influenced him. He just bought the McKelliff Black on your recommendation. So that's what we do. Good job, guys. You put a good cigar in a man's hand.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeremy, I have not tried the Avon.
What?
Oh,
dude, do yourself a favor.
I'm pretty sure that was in mine and Dave's top 3, if not number 1 last year. I'm trying to.
Y'all both mentioned it last year. Yeah. So I'm just gonna scratch my head on this one, guys. And like I said, you're gonna see my top 5 in a minute, and I'm curious to see if more people are on pace with what I'm thinking. But this I'm just one more time in disgust as I shake my head. I once again didn't vote, so I could have probably helped jump this up if I voted and Dave voted, but this cigar should not be number 8.
Well, and they hit it in the chat over there. It's the Tuxla line has got some price tag with it, but the tattoo being a $10 smoke.
Right.
That you can get the Tuxla line for $10, go get it.
Yeah. It's just, honestly, I'll go out and I'll put any reputation online. This should be top 3 of the ones that were listed this year. I'm not even going to say top 5. This should be a top 3 cigar. I'm just going to go out there and call it. Damn you, whoever voted. Try more cigars. Don't smoke only one brand. Don't smoke only one brand and vote on them every year. That one cigar, that one brand. You have this club has always been so good at branching out and being influenced by other members and trying new things. And I don't think enough people tried new things this year.
Mm-hmm.
Get out there. Try them, man. Try them. All right. I'm sorry for the rant. I'm just mad about number 8 on the cigar because it's good. And Dave's laughing because he agrees too, because we talked about this cigar before we went live.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. George,
cigar.
We love you long time. Tats are a big harder come by for a lot of people too. Shit, I don't even have brick and mortars, man, and it wasn't hard for me to come by. I just got online and bought it. Jeez. But yeah. All right, number 7, guys. So recap: 10 was Warhead 9. 9 was McAuliffe Black. 8 was the Tattoo 10th. All right, we're moving on. Number 7 now. Let's see if I'm going to bitch about this one or not, or if I think we got it right. Shut up, Danny. You can pair with Widow Jane, but I didn't tonight. I have Yellowstone. Thank you very much.
He's got Yellowstone tonight.
All right, number 7, Room 101, Johnny Tobacco Knot. I'm okay with that being number 7. Compared to what else is left in this list, I'm okay with Johnny being number 7.
I can't speak to this one.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yet another cigar I was supposed to have sent to Dave, or one of many I was supposed to have sent.
Dick. Sorry. Cough.
Yeah,
You
this
need to find better
was-
friends, sad Dave. I mean, you need to get friends that can actually get you the cigar. So, Oki, I know you've had this one. So,
Yeah.
out of previous Johnnies, how do you think this one fell?
So I got,
Which we
I was
can't compare to OG Johnny because it's a totally different blend.
Yes.
Mhm.
I did get to smoke some of the test blends of this one, and then got to smoke the maiden release. It is a very good cigar. It is, I would say that it's more on the mild to mild medium. It's got a lot of really good flavors to it. It's not an aggressive cigar by any means. It's got a lot
And
of
it's a Figueroa.
Yep. And but the change is there was a lot of Honduran in the OG, but then this one here is mostly Nicaraguan stuff. But it's not the Nicaraguan stuff that's going to punch you in the face. So this is a very good flavored cigar that just rolls along with it. And that comment right there with that price point, the Johnny Tobacconaut was a little pricey this year, and I think that spooked a lot of people. So definitely got to try one. If you find one laying in your shop, go grab one and give it a shot.
This cigar is one of the examples earlier where we say these special editions are, to me, getting a little crazy in price points, man. I know a lot goes into them. I know the box and all the presentation and everything you do. But, man, they're getting crazy. When you're getting up $20, $25, some of these cigars are wanting $30 a piece average. And then you're shopping around, jumping sites, looking for somebody giving you 10% off or $50 off a box because you're looking at $350
you're looking at whatever site you have points with.
Right, exactly. You're bouncing around because you're trying to just shave $50 to $100 off a box, and you still don't want to pay the price after that because you're like, I'm still dropping $300 after discounts and shipping. And
again, I mean, so like with the Namakubi, with the Daruma, with the Johnny Tobacconaut, all of those are more expensive than they have been in the past. So they've been a little pricier. I know that really prohibited a lot of people from buying it. Especially, I want to say that the 7-count box of Namakubi was what $200, $210. It was a pricier cigar. So
I think the Namakubi's better than the Tobacconaut. I'm gonna say it. So
I do too, and I
didn't mind spending that because the Namakubi was good. I would do it again,
but
I still got a hoard of the OG Johnny Tobacconaut, and I actually would rather smoke them over this one. It's good. It's good.
Very good cigar. Not mad about this one being where it's at.
Nope, I'm not either. I think we hit this one right, number 7. So we'll move on, guys. We'll go on to number 6 now, and then before we crack the top 5, I'll go back and we'll show each slide. Yeah, George, you did good, man. You got that for 140ish. You did good.
Wow.
John, man, you got to try the new Namakubi. Namakubi. I'm also looking forward to the Darumas. I will put that money out there for the Daruma to give it a try.
I've had them. They're good. They're very, very good. I'm an OG Daruma guy. I love it.
Right.
It's one of my favorite cigars. That's one of the ones that really hooked me. This one here is a full reblend. It's, mostly all Nicaraguan, and he did a great job with it. It still hurts my heart because it's not like the OG, but it's still a very good cigar.
Very nice. All right, let's move on to number 6, guys, and then we'll do a 6 through 10 recap, and we'll hit the top 5. But we're agreeing. This is okay at number 7, so we've only got 2 majorly wrong right now. So, all right, number 6, we got the Rest Tampa Red, and I'm okay. This one didn't blow me away by any means. It's okay. It's good. Danny lied to me when he hyped it up. It's just okay. I won't buy no more. I won't probably ever try it again after my 5-pack's gone. This honestly should have flipped. I think the Warhead should be at 6, or the Tattoo should be, even the Tattoo being here over this being here. I don't get the hype on this cigar. Maybe my palate's wrong. You guys, you can fill it in now. I don't see this being number 6.
Again, if the Addict series was a standard core line run, West Tampa Red would not be in here.
Yes.
But out of their core line, the West Tampa Red so far is one of their really good smokes. Now, again, I haven't had the Boliche Boulevard. Looking forward to trying that one.
Dude, I honestly don't even think this should have been top 10. I mean,
Oh,
compared to what we had to vote on, I don't know what fanboys put this 6.
Like I said, I had it in my 6 through 10. I like what Rick Rodriguez did with this cigar.
I had it in my 6 through 10. Yep.
Yeah, I think it was a very,
probably
very
on the higher end of your 6 through 10 if you had to put a number on it.
Yeah. Out of all of the stuff that came out that had a San Andreas on it,
really,
this was probably my least favorite of them. So there's that. I did enjoy this cigar, though. It is a very good cigar. Lauren, I've heard the same thing.
Really? Different Vitola, though, of course.
Hey, I need everybody to stop what they're doing and screenshot this because Bob said I'm correct about something. I need visual proof of this. Everybody pause, screenshot, keep it in your file for when I need it later. All right, we're good.
Yeah, I like the West Tampa Red because it is a very punchy cigar. It's
right.
A no holds barred. I think it loses a little bit of the smoothness to the blend because it's punchy, which is why I was very comfortable with this in the 6 through 10, and really they're all mood dependent as to which one out of my 6 through 10 I would grab. Again, these are ones that I'll grab if it's in a shop and I want one, but I'm not going to buy boxes of it.
Yeah. I mean, but are you going to grab this cigar over anything others in this top 10 if you're in a lounge and that's the only 10 cigars there? Are you really going to grab a Tampa Red over anything else in this top 10? I don't see it. No way in hell you would pick a West Tampa Red over anything in this top 10 if you walk in a lounge and there's only 10 cigars and they go, this is all we got. Pick a cigar and let's smoke.
I would have difficulty even in my 6 through 10 of picking it before like the Los Stados Maduro, the Michaela
That's
Flat.
what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But it has its place. I mean, it's like me going and getting an LFD double Lajero. I'm going to smoke that one for a purpose.
Yes,
it's not an everyday cigar, and I kind of feel the same way about West Tampa stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it may be me, but I don't see it, man. I'm telling you, if it's 10 cigars in a shop, I'm not even grabbing this one. I may kick it under the counter.
We're on a roll, and we're pissed off right now. I won't say that we're pissed off, but let's just keep going. Let's roll the 5 through 1, man.
We're doing the recap.
What about each of our 5s? The top 5.
We're going to do that. We're going to do that.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right.
Yep.
All right, guys, if you're just popping in, we're just going to steamroll these. I'm going to show you 6 through 10 again real quick. Number 10, it's wrong. Shouldn't be here. Warhead 9. We know that. We've discussed it.
Should be higher, yes.
McAuliffe Black, I could care less if it's in this countdown or not. I mean, I'm okay with it being 9. 8, this should be a top 3 cigar easily. We got this one wrong too. Tattoo.
Yep.
Don't care. This is wrong. Johnny Tobacco Knot, I'm okay with this being here. The consensus is we're all okay. It's a solid cigar. Number 7, we're good out of 10. That's good. West Tampa Red shouldn't even be in his top 10, but that's my palate. That's my opinion.
Wow,
maybe if Rick wants to send me the whole line, let me try them all to get a different opinion of it. Maybe
someone's opinionated.
Hey, I tell you what, we just lost friends. The Barrel Burners just lost friends over all this stuff.
Barrel Burners did not. That's my opinion. Nobody else. Okay. Evidently, Barrel Burners got it right because it's at number 6. I'm giving you. It's not mine.
All right, moving on to 5.
My top 50 of the year. It ain't even cracking top 50 of the year for me. All right, top 5 cigars. This is what we've been waiting on. This is what we're going to get at. Like I said, 2 of these cigars in the top 10 should have been top 5, but you'll see my list later. I'm not going to bitch no more about 6 through 10 until I show you later. We're going to move on. Top 5 cigars. What do y'all think it is? What's number 5, guys? Come on, chat smart tonight.
I don't know.
All right, here it goes. Number 5, the Room 101 14th. I'm okay with that being a top 5.
Wow, I liked it. 5. At 5, that surprises me. All right,
I liked it. It was one. It's not
what.
It's not the 10th. It's not the 11th. It's not the 12th.
No,
but
I got stories. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But it's better than the Macallan. It's better than the West Tampa Red. I like the 14th this year.
Oh, it's a good cigar. I don't think it's 5 though. I think it's in the top 3.
So for me, we all know the 10th was the one that I love. That is the cigar that I love. This is the cigar out of all of the anniversaries that I will pass over a 10th for.
Really?
Oh, okay.
You will take the 14th
100%. I love this cigar.
Huh.
I love it too. That's what I say. I'm happy it even made the top 5 the way voting's going tonight. I mean, I'm glad it cracked top 5.
This one right here, it's in my top 5. It is absolutely in my top 5.
Yep.
And I could argue with the possibility that it was one of the top 3, if not the top 1, that came out this year. It was a phenomenal cigar. This one is absolutely the genius of AJ and Matt working together.
Well, I will tell you, it's definitely higher up on my personal list, but I'm just, like I said, the way voting is going, I'm just glad it got top 5 because it deserved top 5. If nothing else, it deserves to be a top cigar of the year.
This cigar right there is, I mean, it is probably my favorite Room 101 that is out.
Oh, wow. That's huge.
That's okay.
Okie has lost his mind, George says. So, George, you did not like the 14th at all? Have you tried the 14th? I agree. I still like the 10th, and I think the 11th more than the 14th, but the 14th is one of the best cigars this year.
Well, and I think, Lauren, you said the pink one. I think that's the 13th, isn't it?
Yeah, pink was 13th.
13th.
Now, Mike,
yeah.
I didn't get that at all. I got good transition. I bought a box, and they're almost gone. I got transition in every one I smoked. I didn't get just same sticks start to finish.
I would be smoking it, except I can taste about half of everything, and I'm not wasting it. So, yeah.
Wow, Pratsy even said that's a bold statement, but he hasn't had it yet.
So I think we need to move along before people start revolting.
No, we're here to cause drama. We're part of the cigar industry drama.
Drama in the cigar industry.
I'm team naughty. I'm here to fuck shit up. So let's go.
Yeah,
it's good, but the 10th. Oh, I agree, George. I think the 10th is hand down the favorite too. I don't know if because it was the first one in the thing, and we were like, oh my god, this is fucking amazing. It's the first anniversary stick.
The 10 was like all the OG Camacho stuff. I mean, and that's what we loved about it is there was that sweetness. It was all the great stuff that made all the OG Camacho stuff from Room 101 great. And I love that cigar. I smoked another one the other day, but this one right here gives me pause that I would pass over a 10th and smoke it.
Right.
Well, John gave us his list in order of the anniversary. He's going 11, 10, 14, 12, 13.
Yep, and Lauren brought it up. It's an edgier 13, and that's a great description to it. I think it's a more punch.
Pratsy, we're all going to flip the table if Gurkha's in the top 3. So, and while we're still on Room 101, Jeremy says 12 and then 14. That's a little bit different consensus. George is like me. He's still got a whole box of the 10s hiding. I still have a 10 box with cellophane on it that ain't even been opened yet.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I hear and Bob said they're not aging well, so I don't know. I'll be the judge of that when I finally crack open my box. But so number 5, Room 101, 14th. I'm okay. Yep. I'm glad it cracked top 5. It deserves it. I think it should be a little better rating, but here we go. Yes, the Aganorsa Gurkhas are decent because that's Aganorsa. So that would be the common denominator there. They can't even be called a Gurkha no more because Aganorsa did it.
Yep, that Nicaragua's really good.
Nicaragua's for sure.
Yeah, that was a really good cigar.
Gurkha Norsa.
Gurkha Norsa.
Gurk Norse. All right, so that was number 5. Number 4, guys, I'm telling you, this 4 through 1, there's probably going to be some arguing going on because
fair enough.
I said earlier, this is probably our most stacked top 10 ever, but of course, some are wrong, in my opinion, and a lot of opinions. But somebody voted on this shit, and the majority voted on it. So,
drum roll.
Number 4, Big Sky Blackfoot.
Haven't had it.
Get out of here. What are you even doing
here?
Somebody
was going to send me some, and then he got COVID.
Well, he just basically screwed your whole top 10 up. He held 6 of the cigars you needed.
Right? I've heard it's good.
It's good. Honestly, and I'll say it before you even get my list, this was one of my top 3 of the year. This cracked my top 3. This right now, me and Oki talked about it before the show. If they quit making every other Big Sky and they gave me Blackfoot and they gave me Cryptid, I would be okay the rest of my life. Those 2 cigars by far are my favorite that Brandon and Jess is doing right now. The Blackfoot is a great cigar. 100%. If you haven't tried it, I'm telling you, you have to try the Blackfoot. Oki, I'll let you pour your love on now.
Well, and I mean, Chico Rivas did it for him. So Chico approached them a couple of trade shows ago and said, you guys need to do something Dominican. I'm your guy. And so they partnered with him to be able to do this one. And I was hesitant because it's Dominican. It was branching out from what they did. And it's just like, all right, let's see what this one is made of. And smoked the first couple, getting used to it. And then, like we were talking earlier, I fired it up on a golf course one day and absolutely fell in love with it. I think they did a great job. I mean, I like Chico Rivas' stuff. I think he does a great job. It is an excellent cigar. And, you know, if you've tried the rest of the Big Sky line, this is definitely one to throw in there and give it a shot. You know, gorgeous band. They went with a white box because it was done in the Dominican rather than Nicaragua. So it's got a great shelf presence on it. Again, you know, with the Mexican San Andreas and then the Habano and Corojo are all Dominican grown stuff that Chico got his hands on. So, you know, it's prime stuff. It's a great one. I'm not going to turn tables over or anything like that. I mean, I can get why, because this one, you know, there was a lot of delays. This one really sold hard at the trade show. It took them a while to get back, you know, and get it out there and get it shipping. So it took it a little bit, and I understand why it could have slipped this far because of how long it took to get out there and become readily available. So again, go get it, smoke it.
And Dave, when you finally do get your shipment from Oki, I want to know what you think of this one.
Oh, I'm sure I'll like it. I haven't had a bad one yet. So
and I know a few people said the Cryptid over this one in their opinion. Yep. And I have tug of war with it. One day I like the Cryptid more, one day I like the Blackfoot. But these 2, that's all I need from Big Sky. It's like, I mean, if you're putting out these 2 cigars this good, I can't wait to see what's next. But yeah, these are great cigars.
Okay.
Great cigar. All right, that's your number 4, guys. I know a lot of you guys in here don't do the Big Sky like we do, but hey, it got it. It cracked top 5. I'm happy. I'm happy for the guys.
Yep.
Let's go on. Number 3 now, guys. There you go, Espinosa boys. I know George will be happy. This cracked top 3. This is a great cigar.
Yep.
It's right at home. I think it should be where it's at. This is a great cigar. I can't say nothing bad about this cigar. I love the size. Love everything about this cigar.
Well,
and if I'm not mistaken, this was a TAA exclusive. Was this the TAA exclusive, if I remember right? It's the gold band.
It was,
Yep. I knew how he'd come in. I'm waiting on George's comments. We're not seeing the other Espinosa lovers tonight. I liked it after some sitting. Yeah, Trashy, that's kind of the rule of thumb for every cigar now. It seems like they're rushing everything out through production and into the retailers. I normally smoke one as soon as it comes in. I like sitting them a couple months and revisiting, and I always find they're better once they get my humidor the way I like cigars. I always find they're better.
Yep.
Fallen Angel? No, George, I haven't.
I have not.
Oh, are we talking about the Fallen Angel? Who mentioned Fallen Angel?
George did.
George, yeah, we had this discussion in chat earlier today, and I'll kind of bounce to it since he brought up this. I didn't like it, man. I was totally let down. I'm a huge Crown Heads fan, but I did not like the Fallen Angel this year. Oki, have you tried it?
I have not.
Yeah, I don't know. Me, Bob, and George were having a sidebar chat today in the cigar lounge, and I just, to me, it let down. Lauren, I think that's just the industry standard now, man. I think everything is rushed to get out there, and your best bet is give it a good month in your humidor, the way you store cigars, and go with it.
Yeah, the Oro I like better than the regular Murcielago just because of the complexity. Now, I love the regular Murcielago.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I think the complexity of the Oro was, I mean, it was phenomenal. Again, I smoked the first couple fresh right out of the box. And once they sat for a little while, they got even better. And, and I've still got, I want to say that I've got like 18 of them left because I bought a 5-pack and then bought a box. So I think I've got like 18 of them left, and I'm just going to let them sit and just let them go just to kind of see how much better they get.
George likes them in the morning. I have not tried that. I bet that would be a good cigar with coffee. The complexity of that cigar and some good coffee.
Yes.
Very nice. All right, guys. Well, clearly a lot of people didn't like this number 3 because we lost about 15 people that were watching when I said number 3. So yeah, and George did say smoke it with coffee. So I'm probably going to try that in the morning with coffee.
Yep. Yeah, I love it with a breakfast blend. Something with a good light roast. I think the two of them go excellent together and really good. And then it goes great with bourbon, other whiskeys and stuff like that. But All
right, so I don't want to give 2 and 1 away yet. I'm going to go back, start at 10. We're going to speed roll because once you know 2, you're probably going to know 1 if you paid close attention to this voting. So we're going to go back real quick, and I'm going to put it in here. We got the Warhead 9 was your 10 spot. Got McAuliffe Black was your 9. Tatawahe Tattoo 10th was 8. And see, I didn't bitch at all. I kept moving. Room 101 Johnny Tobacco Knot was number 7. 6 was West Tampa Red. Number 5 was your Room 101 14th. 4, we had the Big Sky Blackfoot. Number 3, we just had the Murcielago de Oria. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. All right, here it is, guys. Your top 2 cigars voted on by the members. Drum roll, please. Wait, first, anybody even have an idea what number 2 would before I click it over? Chat, what you think number 2 is? If you remember the list you voted on and you know what's left, what do you think number 2 will be? Anybody, everybody.
El Pulpo.
Danny says the Pulpo.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. That wasn't even voted on, Pretzi, but okay. Number 2 is the El Pulpo.
Okay.
All right, Danny, Trashy. There you go. Everybody in chat said number 2 would be El Pulpo. Everybody knows my love affair with this cigar. I absolutely love it. I'm okay with it being here. I'm glad it cracked top 3. It's out in 3 sizes, I believe, right now. I've had the Robusto. I've had the Bellicosa. I like the Bellicosa. That's my go-to size. Me and Oki actually talked about this one before the chat too.
Yep.
Billy, glad you're still here, brother. You got number 2 this year, man. Keep up the good work, man. Thank y'all for watching this thing through, waiting to see.
Yep.
George, man, I agree, George. I agree, and you're going to see that in my list. And I'll go ahead and tell you now, it was number 1 in my list.
It was in the top 3 for me.
It ain't a cigar. I mean, I love this cigar. It is number 2. So everybody, Billy, you getting love. George says it should be number 1. Howie says amazing. Mike, great smoke.
Yep.
Everybody giving you love in chat now, man. This is a great cigar. I'm not even lying. I'm through 2 boxes already. There's been no bad turns, no bad experience. Love the El Pulpo. All right, guys. Oki, I'll let you start.
Love the ashtray too.
The ashtray is the best cigar swag on the market right now.
Yeah.
Gotta find one.
Yeah, it's Howie box worthy. Yeah, it's
box worthy. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I did a review of this one here months ago, right after they came out. phenomenal cigar.
Yep.
Very easily could have, should have been number one.
Yep.
I can make arguments with other stuff that's in my top 5, but again, it's going to be very, very mood dependent. And,
Right.
with what, I smoke everything.
Yep.
And, just having it with the consistency that it's got, the flavor profile that it has, everything about this cigar is excellent. Again, I could put it in a top 3, rumble and not be
Depends
mad.
on your mood of that day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and not be mad about it.
And you're missing a very important point that this is a box press. For Oki
Yes.
to say that.
Yes, it is.
And to top it off, my favorite is the box press Bellicosa. So
Yes.
double
Okay.
wowie to Oki. So
Yes.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Dave? Sad Dave, what's your impression of this cigar?
No, it's 2 or 1, like Oki said. It just mood or dependent. It's in my top 2 or 1, definitely. Yep.
Very nice.
Yeah. No.
All right, so that was number 2, guys. We're about to get to that, Daniel. We're going to go ahead and do the number 1. Actually, I'm not going to do number 1 yet because then everybody will leave. So let's
Agreed,
go.
Laura.
Okay,
I've got the Viva ashtray. I want the El Pulpo ashtray too to go with it.
All right, go ahead, Oki. They want your 1 through 5, then we'll do Sad Dave, and then I'll drop mine.
Again, I don't really have a 1 through 5. I have 5 cigars that I think, with the excellence that these 5 cigars have, I buy boxes of these. All of these I have fallen in love with. There's one of them that's going to be, it's going to be tougher to find it out there, but I will still buy more of it. That one being the Tatuaje Loma de Cerdo, the pork tenderloin. That was a great follow-up to the Avion from last year. This one is a Robusto in size. It is a slight soft box press. It is an absolutely phenomenal cigar. Again, it's another Mexican San Andreas, Nicaragua binder fillers. Again, Pete Johnson, I think that Tuxtla line has been his best line in quite some time. I love that lineup. I think it's absolutely excellent. Again, I stormed off the camera with the Room 101 14th. That one is in my top 5. Again, there's no specifics as to what it is. Again, just talking about, AJ's magic with the El Pulpo being at number 2 and the Room 101 14th being in the top 5 as well. It's easy to see why. It's just great tobacco. It's a wonderful blend. Billy and Gus blended a masterful one there. And then Matt and AJ blended a great one there. So yes, El Pulpo is in my top 5. Again, the Big Sky Blackfoot is in there as well. I thought it was an excellent cigar. Once I had a chance to let some of them rest and smoke them, it became just an absolutely phenomenal cigar. It is not my favorite one in the lineup, but it is still an absolute all-star. I think it's a great cigar. And then Dave is smoking my other one in the top 5 is the Postania Connecticut. Don't sleep on Connecticut's. This cigar is absolutely wonderful, done by Roma for Mike. It is an Ecuadorian Connecticut, but it's got a U.S. broadleaf binder on it, Nicaraguan fillers. It is a wonderful, punchy, hard-hitting Connecticut cigar that is still smooth. I love it. I burned through my entire 5-pack, ordered another 5-pack. I have 1 left. It's good no matter what. So in my top 5, Big Sky Blackfoot, El Pulpo, Postania Connecticut, the Room 101 14th, and the Tatuaje pork tenderloin, the Loma de Cerdo.
So if memory serves me right, so we got 2 in the top 10 that AJ blended this year, right? Room 101 14th and El Pulpo.
Yep.
Good deal. All right, Sad Dave, ATP Dave, whatever you want to be today. Go ahead.
I'm not going to go as in depth as Oki did, but like Oki said, I've got the Room 101 14th in my top 5. I got the Tatuaje 10th Tuxtla in my top 5. The El Pulpo, of course, that's actually my number 2. The Postania Connecticut is number 3. One that's not on the list, it came out a little late, is the Foundation Matapa Claro. I really like that cigar. Not as good as we discussed earlier. Not as good as the Olmec Claro, but it's a good cigar, and I really enjoy it. I'm looking at getting a box of those.
Nice. So 2 solid top 5. So all right, let me tell you what the top 5 should have been and where everybody was wrong at, okay? All right, here
Fair
we go,
enough.
guys. Number 5 should have been the Tatawahe Tattoo 10.
Just my
Okay.
5.
Number 4 should have been the Room 101 14th for number 4. Number 3 should have been the Big Sky Blackfoot. Okay. Okay, everybody. Now take notes. This is where y'all got it wrong. Number 2 should have been the Knuckle Sandwich 55. And number 1 should have been the damn El Pupo, people. That's your top 5. There is no top 5 out there going to beat those top 5 that released in 2023. That is your top 5. That's the order they should have been in. I will stand by it. It's bold. I know I'm cocky, but god dang it, that's your top 5.
Well, and
anybody agree with any of them in the spaces I put them?
Well, and let's go back to it. Is you have us 3 plus then you have all the burners, and we all have 3 cigars that are common on all of that.
Right.
And
absolutely.
We went, a little bit outside of that by grabbing some other stuff. The Big Sky Blackfoot, the El Pulpo, the Room 101 14th is all of those were just absolutely excellent cigars that came out. All of us can agree on them.
Evidently not, because 2 of those were 6 through 10.
Yeah, I know.
Agree.
Yeah,
that's the top 5. So I'm gonna that should have been your top 5. But once again, I didn't vote, so I had no say in this. I'm just calling as we see it. That's my top 5, guys. That's why I said 2 of those 6 through 10s easily top 5 cigars. Lauren says the 55 was stellar. I agree. The 55 is a great cigar, but I think any day of the week the El Pupo beats the 55, in my opinion.
Vince. Yeah, send them all to you.
Except the El Pupo and Black Sky. So Praxi, you don't think the El Pupo and Black Sky should be in the top 5?
Yep. Just put the damn number 1 on the list.
Oh, yeah, come
on.
That
number
way we
can number 1. I was trying to get some arguments going. Well, one more time, let's give Billy and Gus some love. Howie, El Pupo should have been number 1 for them too. We agree. Yep. Billy and Gus, we love you. Damn good cigar. Keep it up. You guys 100%. Are killing it. Number 1, everybody knows now. Knuckle Sandwich 55, and this is a great cigar. I can't take nothing away. This is my favorite of the whole Knuckle Sandwich line. I'm like, let's re-release. Get me some more. I'm almost out. I'm scared to smoke them because I'm going to run out. I got 3 left. I don't want to touch them. I need more 55s, but El Pupo should have been number 1. All right, what you got?
So I like the 55. Don't get me wrong. I like the 55. It's not even my favorite knuckle sandwich.
Right. This is huge for George to say. George is an Espinosa guy all day long, every day, and he's saying the Pupo should have been, and I agree.
The knuckle sandwich 55 was not even in my top 10 list.
Right.
Matter of fact, I like the Murcielago de Oro better than this one as far as Espinosa's releases this year that I've had. Okay. So, I mean, I know that there are a lot of people that love this cigar. And again, not every palates are subjective, and correct. This was not one of my favorites. I enjoyed it, but I thought the chef special was better. It's me, that's just my opinion.
Now I will gladly say, well, last year's chef special, I would put right behind the knuckle sandwich. Knuckle sandwich, I'm telling you, this 55, to me, there was no better cigar they blended. Last year's chef special, I liked a lot more than this year's. I don't know. ATP Dave, what you got?
I didn't have the 55 this year, so I would have to sit with the El Pupo being number 1 on this case, but that's just me.
And look, and Howie's a big Espinosa fan, guys.
Yep, so Howie's a big Espinosa, yep.
We got diehard Espinosa fans in here saying El Pupo should have beat Knuckle Sandwich 55, but yet enough people voted for Knuckle Sandwich 55. It's crazy.
Yep. Lauren, I haven't had this year's, but last year's chef special I loved. It was in my top 3.
I'm with you, Lauren. Last year's chef special way better than this chef special, but
I'm sorry, George. I had a lot going on this year. I couldn't buy a lot of cigars.
So I'm not even going to show y'all 10 through 1 again. I'm going to give you one recap again of what the true 5 should have been, guys. Number 5, Tatuaje
True 5.
Number 4,
Wow.
Room 10114. Number 3, Big Sky Blackfoot. Number 2, Knuckle Sandwich 55. Number 1 was El Pupo all day long.
Yep.
I'm telling you.
I love Espinosa's stuff, and they didn't make my top 10 this year. So I know I'm going to piss off a lot of people in the chat. I thought they put out a lot of great stuff, but I think other people just had a cigar this year that was just way up on there. And George, I'm with you on the Vitola.
It is a weird Vitola.
Was not my favorite, but I love the blend on it.
Man, who voted on this? I'm going to go back and look at all y'all's names, and I'm going to DM y'all like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
I'm with Dan. Send me some cigars.
Yeah, Lauren, I'm 100% with you. I mean, last year's chef special the blend was amazing. And you know, and like the Tatuaje Avion last year was that same style of Vitola. And it was in my top 3 as well. I mean, I'm normally not a big fan of, you know, whether it be Bellicosos or box presses, you know, and it's just some of these cigars are just absolutely phenomenal as far as the blend goes. It overtakes the lesser Vitola for me.
Right.
All right. I'm going to put you guys on the spot. One cigar out of this Barrel Burners top 10 list to be your everyday smoker. What are you grabbing out of this top 10? To smoke every day. If you had unlimited supply, your everyday smoker.
Ooh.
I'll help you out. I'm going El Pupo every day of the week. All day.
I can't. Because it's so mood dependent for me. Right. I mean, everything that I mentioned in my top 5.
Let's pretend you're not a moody individual, and let's say you had to pick one. If you were in your best mood, your palate was the same every day, what's your one cigar? You have to tell me one out of this 10. George says El Pupo. Howie says El Pupo. I say El Pupo.
Yeah.
If every day was perfect and you could have this one cigar to start your day or end your day, what of this top 10 could you see yourself smoking daily?
Oof.
I'm going to go with the fact that whenever I went to look for it and I opened up my box, there were none left in the box, and I have no idea what I did with them. And it was the El Pupo.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay. I'm with Okie though, because there is a definite, you know, it's like, what do I feel like today? Because I would say El Pupo one day, but I would also say the Postania Connecticut one day, or the Tatuaje Tattoo 10th Tuxtla. I mean, you know, I could go.
The pork tenderloin from Tatuaje.
Yes.
You know, awesome smoke. The Blackfoot, awesome smoke. It's great with coffee. It's great with whiskey. High proof, you know, finished. It doesn't matter. It goes with all of it. You know, the Room 101 it goes with all of it. My top 5, like I said, I have bought boxes of, and I'm going through boxes of these top 5. And, you know, I mean, it's just.
Right. Well, Mike has a good question, and why it's fresh on my mind, I'm going to be the first one to answer this question. Mike, you said what would be an honorable mention that should have been here? The Los Calaveras for this year should have been mentioned. It didn't even get a single vote, a write-in. I'm a Crown Heads guy. John should have got some love in this countdown, in my opinion. I'm going to go Los Calaveras 2023 for my honorable mention.
Hang on, I got to go back over to the
stuff. I'll say the Matapa Claro for me.
Never heard of her.
Foundation Matapa Claro. Come on.
Out of my budget. Sorry.
Okay, well, even the Plasencia 151 wasn't bad. I like the 149 better, but just saying.
Rich is saying El Pupo all day. He's about 5 minutes late on that conversation, but we'll take that comment in consideration.
So out of the stuff that came out in 2023, wow. Honorable mention. I mean, I've got a couple of them that were in there. The Sancho Panza LE was good. The Daruma
True.
was very good. All of the red meat lovers were very, very good. The Rare Leaf Reserve Maduro was okay. I liked it, but it was the Rare Leaf is not my favorite lineup. The Supreme Leaf is. The Knuckle Sandwich Connecticut, they came out with another with a Robusto in that one this year. I loved it. I would say my honorable mention of this one is going to be the HVC Selection #1. I love that cigar. It was a great cigar. Again, HVC is not one of these brands that seems to get a lot of love. Mike mentions the Ozgener, the Aramis. Another one that
was a great cigar.
That was
the Pie Synesthesia Red from Ozgener. And I thought that was another great cigar that came out this year. I didn't like the Pie Synesthesia that came out last year. I love the red. I think it's a great cigar. I think Timmy Ozgener is doing a great job with the stuff that he's got coming out. So again, that's definitely a good honorable mention. The Black Label Bishop's Blend, we talked about it earlier. Awesome.
I forgot about that one. That's a great.
Again, like you said, the Las Calaveras 2023 was probably, I think it was the best one that they've had since the Green Band San Andreas years ago.
That was like an 18 or 19, the green label.
Yeah,
that was
18, I believe. The All Saints Vesper was another good one. It was a very good cigar. We're going to have some more hurt feelings with the Michaela All Saints thing. Let's just bring it back up again.
Well, and I do want to take this minute. I want to thank all you barrel burners because this year we changed it. We did a true 2023 release. Back in previous 4 years, it was a free for all. What's your top 5 cigars you're smoking right now? So for the guys that followed instructions and helped me with all this, coming up with the list of new cigars list this year was a little more work for everybody. And then, of course, I cross-reference everything you named, making sure it came out this year and it was a true cigar. There were a few that got axed because they wouldn't, but for the most part, it was a successful year of you guys writing in true cigars that came out this year. And I want to thank you for helping me keep my workload smaller and actually coming up with this list and doing it. Pratsy says, surprised RML didn't get any love. Here we go. And then Pratsy says, what the happened to Roma? Roma, unfortunately, Pratsy never makes our countdown. I don't think enough members smoke Roma. I only know of 5 or 6 guys that I see posting Roma pictures. Well, I don't see it. It's just something. And I've never had a bad Roma. I don't know why they don't get the love, but they never get mentioned in these countdowns.
Well, I never tried that. What was the new one? The Kingston, the 50.
Yeah, starts with a C or a Q or something like that.
It's a Q. The Quintanera. I can't remember. I wanted to try it.
Yeah, and I know that they did several. They redid the Volstead line this year. So that one came back out again. So I'm wondering if they threw a bunch of stuff at the Volstead. And again, the Postania stuff. I mean, there's your Roma right there. Roma should have kept the damn Postania Connecticut for themselves and released that one. I mean, the fact that well, there you go, Howie, the Yagua. That was a great cigar.
Oh, man, I bought 2 boxes of those.
the re-release.
And that's something else you don't hear JC Newman mention much either.
Well, the Elba Tone re-release that they did the reblend on it.
That was one of mine last year.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as Roma goes, I mean, I really don't know. I mean, they're sticking to their core line stuff. I mean, if you know you like Roma, you just keep buying Roma. And those that love Roma smoke Roma. And I think that you go to a lot of stores and a lot of the locals don't necessarily carry Roma. And I think that hurts, a lot of, people that try to smoke some of this stuff.
Well, like you said, for a countdown like this, where you're ranking the best new things that came out, Roma's, they're sticking core. They're not putting out annual or yearly releases so much.
Yep. Pratsy, they released the Intemperance EC. That was theirs.
True. That was their,
And it was a good cigar. I mean, it's a great coffee smoke. I don't smoke that one with anything, with alcohol or anything like that. It's just a good, Connecticut smoke that it's just a good smoke. Again, the Postania Connie, I mean, it blew me away as to how good that cigar is.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So that'd be one of your top Connies right now then.
Absolutely.
100%.
George, which one are you saying is not great, just okay? I just want you to
I believe he's
elaborate.
talking the Intemperance, the EC.
Oh, then yeah. Yeah, Howie, though I like the Super Ego, but this once again, in my opinion, is one of those cigars people don't want to pay $20 to try a new cigar.
Yeah.
But I think I can honestly say I think it was worth $20. But do I want to buy them continuously? No. I bought a 5-pack and that's enough. I just they're that whole Freud. I mean, they're priced too high, and a lot of people is not gonna step out of their comfort zone and try a new brand that's core cigars are $20 to $25.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's
hard.
other stuff this year that I want to try. Like like Dave was talking, that Davidoff Lancero. I want to try it. And then Alfonso just came out with a new cigar that I definitely want to try, but it's like $35 or $40. Atabey just came out with a 10-year that I want to try, and it's $45 or $50. I mean, is Atabey an excellent cigar? Damn right it is. It's probably one of the best cigars you'll ever smoke. But again, it's very, very price prohibitive. I'm Padron Black. I'm waiting for that damn thing to finally hit the shelves. That's one of the ones that they announced this year, and it still hadn't shown up. And I want the Padron Black. I still have, like Dave and I were talking, I've got one Padron Black left from the CRA packs.
I've got one of the originals. Yep.
Yeah, and I'm going to smoke it head to head once I buy a box of Padron Black.
Absolutely.
It just, I mean, unfortunately, I think pricing is just going to continue to go up on us. And, I know that I'm in a borrowed location right now. I don't have my own smoking area right now. So I know that I've slowed down a lot smoking. But then again, my wallet thanks me because, again, there's so much of this stuff out there. I mean, I want to say, let me pull my sheet back up here. Damn it.
Oh, but when you got to play catch up, man, it's going to be hell on the wallet.
Yeah. Yep. But I mean, going through it, I mean, the Big Sky Blackfoot, $12.50, El Pupo, $15.25, Postania, Connecticut, $11, Room 101, $14. Tatuaje was the $15, getting into the other ones. The West Tampa's $10. The HVC Hot Cake Golden is $9. Los Stados Deluxe, $8. That's probably my favorite value cigar of the year, hands down.
Yeah.
But again, I think that it's going to come to the fact is that our old $6 cigars that we all loved are going to go up. I love the Espinosa 601 line. I smoked the hell out of that lineup, and I've watched them incrementally go up. And there's a quarter here, and there's 40 cents here, and and everything is going up just because that's just the way it's going to be. And I mean, I think
$10 is the new budget stick now. $10, you get $10 budget stick.
100%.
Yeah, Lauren, I'm the same way. As I'm waiting to try all the Perdomo 30ths. I have heard talking to other people as to where they rank in the 10th versus the 10th versus the 20th, and I'm interested to try it. I think Perdomo is the king of the sun-grown, and I want to try that sun-grown 30th just to see how it stacks up.
So, the way we'll end the stream tonight, since we're talking about price points and cigars, so if there's any advice you can give to anybody in chat of a cigar, so we're going to call budget sticks $10 and under now when it used to be $6. So what would be the one cigar you tell people under $10 out there to go get right now?
Padron 3000.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
I thought you were going to say you're a McAuliffe Black for $8.
No, there is no cigar out there that is going to replace Padron for me at any given point. That if I go in and I have a $10 bill in my pocket, and you're gonna hold me at gunpoint, and I got to pick one and stay under that $10, it's going to be a Padron.
And that's crazy that you can still get a Padron for under $10. That's
I know, but the 2000 is $8 now, and it used to be $6.25.
Yeah,
right.
They've all gone up.
George says the Espinosa Habano, which is a great smoke. Lauren says the Pepin Vegas Cubano.
Okay.
Which I haven't had that one, but I definitely have had the Espinosa. So yeah, guys, by the time we do this stream next year, I'm telling you, the norm will be you're searching for a cigar under $10 to call it a budget stick. Everything's going to be pushing $15 to $20 by this time next year. Unfortunately, that's just
Agreed.
And you're going to be shopping. Brick and mortars are going to suffer because they can't compete with these online shops that are giving you $50 to $80 off a box of cigars. It's going to be a weird time for brick and mortars to compete because everybody's going to be more conscious of shopping for deals now. You're going to have to. I mean, $50 on a box of cigars is a lot of savings when you can buy online now.
Yeah.
And you're getting reward points and you're getting coupons, or like Small Batch that runs the crazy sales every week where you can get something so freaking cheap, like 40% off. It's crazy.
Yep. Well, and everybody knows I've been the king of shopping online because I didn't have places, but now I've got lounges, that I can get to a lot easier now. Absolutely go support your brick and mortars. You got Lauren here that works for a shop north of Nashville. You got lots of other people that go down to their locals and places like that. Howie going to the Castle, places like that. Go support your brick and mortars because you do not want to give the power to these online retailers, because as soon as they are able to do it, then they will start pushing the screws down on everybody. If you can find a shop that does mail order, use those guys before you use the behemoths. Support your guys that are out there, your Mardo Cigar, your Small Batch,
Nickel City,
Nickel City, Cigar Castle, some of the rest of these that have got some online presence or ship. It's like I said, right there, George's prime example, that lounge shut down. Another Barrel Burner, they had a lounge that for other reasons shut down. You don't appreciate not having a lounge until you're places that don't have one. And, I used to have to drive an hour and 20 minutes to go to a damn lounge, and then I was paying Montana taxes and it hurt. But you got to go support these local brick and mortars. If you're out someplace and you're in a brand new town, find that local brick and mortar and go buy a couple of cigars. Are 2 or 3 cigars going to make all the difference? No. But if you and 100 other people do it, then it's going to make all the difference in the world. Keep the brick and mortars open, because as soon as a CI and they're all the same damn company now anyway. As soon as CI, Atlantic, JR, all the rest of those have the stranglehold on all of that stuff, they are going to kill every one of us with pricing, because they're going to be able to name whatever it is that they're going to be able to do.
Well, we're in a time and day where if you're a brick and mortar and you don't have an online presence, you're not going to survive. Yeah, you have to offer online shopping. You have to be willing for somebody to call you and ship, because we're in the world where it's too easy to log on the website, order, and you're done. I mean, so you've got to have online. And that's great, Howie, if Castle was open online shop, because I'll definitely hit Castle up. But yeah, like Club Humidor and Nickel City, they get a lot of business from me.
Yep. Yeah, here in the Oklahoma City area, Omerta Cigars, ZT Cigars. There's a lot of those shops up there that have got their own lounges and stuff like that. You're going to pay $2 or $3 more a stick. Don't bitch, man. Right. If you pay that $2 or $3 more a stick right now and you get their nice air conditioning and they've got the game on and a comfortable chair, and you can sit back and relax and be able to smoke and enjoy, sitting with other people, that's the way to do it. Yeah, we have this.
And I don't mind giving somebody $2 a stick, but I had to call Brandon the other day because there's this little liquor shop in our town, and they got a little small walk-in humidor, and they sell an encrypted for $18 a stick. I called Brandon. I said, man, they're going to sit on your inventory forever. They're wanting $18 for a stick that nobody in this town has heard for them. Mm-hmm. They're not going to sell Big Sky at $18 a stick. I said, you got to call these guys and talk to them or do something.
Yep.
And John, thank you. That was the name of cigar I couldn't think of.
Have you had it, Dave?
I have not. No, that's the Roma that I was trying to think of.
Yep.
Oh, but George has, though. Okay.
Yeah, and a lot of these small and brick and mortars, if you'll look in our coupon page, Nickel City gives us deals, Club Humidor gives us deals. I mean, you can support these guys, and they do give us coupon codes for barrel burners. We have a Puro House, which has they have a shop here in North Louisiana. They have shops, I think, in Oklahoma, and we have coupon codes for them and their brick and mortar. So, I mean, there are ways to still support brick and mortar.
Yep.
George wasn't a fan of that one, Dave.
Good to know. I mean, Actually, George and I have a very similar palate, so it doesn't
Yeah,
surprise me.
there's several guys in the club. I will trust their palate and go out on a limb and buy a box of something because they say it's that good. George is one, you two. I mean, yeah, a lot of you guys. I mean, you know your shit. So if you like it, normally I like it, but according to this top 10 tonight, I don't know anymore. Just gonna say that one more time.
Change your opinion on everything.
Yeah, I mean, and I could go through the actual top 5 again for you guys, but I'm not. I'll just show you a screenshot for later.
Yeah, again, I mean, like I said, there was a lot of the stuff that whenever we went and did it is, I had 5 of the 10 that the burners listed, and Dave, I want to say, would you have 6 or 7 of 10?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
5 or 6.
Looking at that, I mean, I went and researched, everything that had come out and we came up with some of that. So, I mean, there's a lot of the folks out there that we all have some very similar palates. There's some wild cards that I had. There's some stuff out there that I had smoked that they enjoyed that, I'm not knocking it. I can't knock the Knuckle Sandwich 55. It's a good cigar.
Right.
I'm not grabbing it over my 1 through 10,
Right.
Yeah.
But
I agree, Daniel. I love the protocol line too. That's somebody else that don't get love in these countdowns, but
the Lawman series.
Yep, Lawman series, man. If you haven't smoked the Lawman series, you're really missing out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna end it here. I think this was a great stream. Like I said, this was a tough top 10. There were some good names. I just think I think a few were mixed around, and I don't know, man. But hey, majority rules when it comes to voting, and maybe they needed our 3 votes. Maybe we have to revisit this every year we vote. But I don't know. The taser was good. Yeah, I like the taser. I like the. Yeah, I mean, I like protocol. I tend to gravitate and not buy their core line no more. I buy the Lawman series, the Bat Reeves, the Elliot Ness. I mean, those are great cigars, man. You can't beat them.
Yeah, another one that we've been, we hit on and all the rest of that stuff, is Aganorsa. For some reason, Aganorsa just does not hit this list. And I don't get it.
151, Laura. Yep.
Yeah, you're smoking Aganorsa tobacco. You're either it's AJ, Aganorsa, it's Oliva. You're smoking all that tobacco, Plasencia's tobacco. You're smoking it all the time.
Yeah.
And they never ever seem to jump up these lists.
I agree, George. They need to put out something new, maybe a new Lawman, something. They got a lot of names they can draw off of and make some cigars, but I think a lot with this countdown. I mean, you got a lot of fanboys that they're always going to push Espinosa. You're always going to push Room 101 because that's what you gravitate towards. But I think we're getting caught in that trap now where we're not trying enough. Like first few years of barrel burners, everybody's trying new stuff because all these new opinions, all these new smokers coming in. Now we've kind of got these core brands that we buy everything they put out, and you're not trying a lot of those. And I'm guilty of that this year. I really didn't. Yeah. I didn't branch out much this year. I told you guys before we went live, I said a lot of names this year I didn't gravitate towards because I was having so much fun smoking the Big Sky and the Espinosa and the El Pupo. I mean, why try something new when I'm loving these cigars that much and I can smoke them every day?
Yep. Yeah, I mean, George brought it up, AJ and Aganorsa, and let's add Oliva to that. Let's add Plasencia to that. Let's add La Galera to that because a lot of the Dominican Piloto Cubano comes from Hoshi Blanco. There's so many of these guys out there that you're smoking all of their cigars and all of their tobacco, and you either know it or you don't. But you're smoking lots of great tobaccos, and then sometimes their particular core line stuff, you're not a great big fan of.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they're blending so much for other people. How can they even focus on their own at this point? They're putting way more. 90% of what they put out goes to other people.
Right.
And they're making a fortune off of it, and they don't have the labor.
Yeah, and they don't care about their core blend at that point. Yeah, they don't need to care about their core blend.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, y'all stay put. We're gonna end this now, guys. If you just pop it in, this will be on YouTube. You can watch the replay. Once again, thank you all for voting this year. Thank you for popping in here and interacting with us. And on that note, hour and a half later, good night and happy holidays and Merry Christmas to you all. If I don't speak to y'all again, and y'all have anything for them before I end?
No.
Nope.
Yep. All right, guys. Like I said, happy holidays. Love you all. Thank you for continuing to be an active part of this community, and only good things to come. Everybody have a good night.